All right, everyone. So today your job is to get any 4 problems done independently at your seat. So I'm going to work through 2 problems with you using the standard algorithm, and we are going to talk through the steps and how to solve them. So here we go. I'm going to start here with number 1A. It says 41 times 32. I know if I look at my notes from class or I look at the chart in the classroom, my first step is to write my numbers vertically. So that's 41 times 32. My numbers are on top of each other. I lined up my place values. I'm ready to go. My next step, step 2, says multiply the ones by each place value on top. So I know I need to take this 2. I'm going to change colors here. I need to take that 2 and multiply it by the 1 and then by the 4. So I'm going to start and do that. 2 times 1, I know that's 2. 2 times 4, I know that's 8. Okay, my third step says to cross out my ones and my carried numbers. Well, I'm done with my ones. I don't need it anymore. I don't have any carried numbers up there, so that doesn't matter. And the most important step is dropping my 0 underneath, because I'm no longer in the ones place. I'm moving to the tens. I need to be starting in the tens place. So I'm going to change my colors to green here, so I know I'm starting with my tens. So I have 3 times 1, which is 3, really 30, and then 3 times 4, which is 12. I know my last step here is going to be to add them all up, add these partial products. 2, 11, 1,312. And you know, if you're in my class, I want you to circle that answer. I'm going to give you a second to look it over, see if you have any questions, and then let's go ahead on to the next one. All right, my next question is letter B. It says 36 times 22. So I know my first step, I've got to write it vertically. I cannot solve multiplication horizontally like that. So my numbers are lined up. Now some of you, if you are writing a little sloppy, draw a line down the middle. So you know where your ones and tens are and can separate them. That's fine. If you have to do that, you have to do that. My second step says multiply ones by each place value. This 2 is in the ones, so I'm going to go ahead and say 2 times 6. That's 12. So I have 2, carry my 1. I know I'm going to be adding that, so I like to write plus 1. 2 times 3. Let's see, 2, 4, 6. 2 times 3 is 6. Plus that 1 up top gives me 7. So, super important third step. This is where everyone either gets the rest of the question right or totally wrong. You need to cross out your ones that you've used. You need to cross out your carried numbers. You don't need that plus 1 anymore. It'll confuse you later if you keep it there. Get rid of it. I'm going to change colors to yellow so that I move to my tens. So I drop my 0 because I'm now moving to my tens place. So now I have 2 times 6, which is 2. Carry another 1. 2 times 3, I did that before, that's 6, plus 1 up top, 7. Now I know my next step says to add my partial products, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to add my partial products, 2, 9, 7, and because you're in my class and I'm really picky, I want you to circle that final answer. Now, here's the thing with the rest of your questions. I want you to use your notes, use the anchor chart in the classroom, use examples from yesterday. I want you to try them independently and do your best. If you get stuck, you can always try the area model method and see if you've got a right answer or not, because you guys are pretty strong with that. When you come back with me, I want to see at least 3 problems done. You are expected to do 4 today. If you're my first group, obviously you're coming to me first and we'll talk.